Joy Harris is suing Charles Alexander in the amount of $25,000. The plaintiff says the defendant forced her to move out of her house.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Cristina Perez presiding. Please be seated. All parties have been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, Renard. Mr. Alexander, I understand you are the brother of the plaintiff. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And why is she suing you for $25,000?
She believes that she is entitled to money that she has paid into a house that was owned by our parents.
Okay. So how are you entitled to that? Why don't you explain that to me, Ms. Harris?
Your Honor, my brother's a crook, first of all. He somehow has...
He's a crook?
Yes.
Okay.
He's convinced our sick father to give him power of attorney over all of his finances, and somehow has gone behind my back and taken the equity and sold the house that I lived in next to...
On behind her back.
Okay,
The house, did you own the house?
well, my parents live in a senior community, a 55 and over senior community, and my mother has since passed away, but when she was alive, I moved in they live in a villa. They bought a condo next door to them that I lived in so that I could be next door to them and take care of them and assist them in any way.
So they themselves rented a villa? They did not own this villa or this house, but then they bought a condo in the same area or in the same community?
Yeah, well, what happened was that the lot next door to the villa that they rented became available, and...
Okay, so then, but why did they buy it if...
Well, Your Honor,
Let me ask your brother, why did they buy it?
Well, it's in a 55-plus community.
Okay.
Then
why did they buy it if they were already renting? Why not buy something that they could live in?
A good question. You know, I think that it's because she colluded with our mother and was able to talk her into allowing her and Kathy to join Kathy to move into...
Who's Kathy?
Kathy's my wife, Your Honor.
Okay. All right,
so
then did they buy outright or did they just put the money down?
Your Honor, they put their name, because I would have purchased it myself, but my credit is bad and I wasn't old enough to move into the community. So in good faith to help me with my...
So how were you...
The backstory.
Okay, well, 1 second. How were you allowed to live in this community if you were not of the proper age?
Well, I was their health caregiver. I was living next door.
You were? Are you licensed as a health caregiver?
I'm not licensed, but I was there to help them. I'm their...
What did you tell the community? You know, I am sure they had like a president or like a homeowners association. What did they know that you were living there?
She's quite charming. And she's able to convince people repeatedly through her life that she needs help, that she is the victim, and she continues to get these handouts from people and, you know, right
Your
off
Honor,
the
they're
back
not
of
handouts. I'm not going to lie. I've made some...
So then you were able to live in this community even though you were not of age by saying that you were your parents' health care giver?
Yes.
I understand that, Mr. Alexander, in some of the documents you guys submitted, I know you have all the originals today, but how much did your parents put down on that condo?
They put a few thousand down. It, you know, it was a little bit, and the house has increased over the years and built more equity. And, you know, but I think something was very key with what she said is that she was paying rent. And, you know, and now, you know...
I was paying mortgage. I have documents if I could present them to you.
Sure, go give Renard all of your evidence.
It's my mortgage statement, my equity statement, and an eviction notice that I received.
My mortgage statement?
Yes.
All in their name.
Well, yeah, it's in your parents' name. So the mortgage statement is in your father's name?
Yes.
Yes, and what essentially happened...
So the mortgage statement is in your father's name only. I imagine your mom must be in the deed. Oh, here's the deed.
My mother helped me with this before she passed, Your Honor.
So the deed is in your mother and father's name?
With the hopes that it would they were helping me get a fresh start.
Coming up on Justice for All.
There was some gold that my father gave me that I sold, you know, to get money.
There's a small bit left.
How old are you?
36.
Come on, sweetie.
And later.
The remark that I made is that the world would be taken over by Asians and that they would rename our club the Pandas.
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Joy Harris, who is suing Charles Alexander in the amount of $25,000.
I take it you two are not close.
No.
We're not. We've never been.
Okay.
He's totally
So,
unaccepting
your
of my
mother
lifestyle.
passed away. Is that correct?
3 years
suddenly?
ago, she did.
Okay.
And
your father was left. Did he live alone in the villa?
he's been there alone in the villa.
I was
A
next
few years
door.
ago, he made me the power of attorney. So
Why
that
did
I
he
could...
give you the power of attorney over his estate?
Because he convinced him into it.
I've always been the more responsible child of the two.
In what sense?
I would
Explain
say
that
the
to me.
absent
In
sibling.
what sense? Explain that to me.
So I went to college. She did not. She started doing drugs at a very young age. She's always kind of been a part of odd little scams here or there. Somewhat of a moocher.
Give me an example of a scam or a mooch that she has done.
Well, she says that her ex had been very abusive. She then went into rehab after he overdosed. That's where she met her current partner, contracted a disease kind of conviconviently that is chronic, which now makes it so that she's disabled.
Who?
Joy.
Your Honor, I have...
Joy, what is she, what do you...
I have Lyme's disease.
Okay.
Which, I mean, it doesn't make me unable to participate in everyday...
It depends. Of course, there's different degrees. But are you healthy, active?
I have...
Are you anything wrong with your mobility? Are you able to...
I have chronic fatigue. I have joint pain. I definitely... I have...
Did you bring me a letter from the doctor so I could verify that?
No, I did not.
It's convenient.
But I am on disability.
It's convenient for her to
Okay.
get more medication.
How long have you been on disability?
For about 6.5 years now. They're unable to treat it. Because I was a drug addict, I didn't get treatment in a timely manner.
So how are you thinking of supporting yourself through disability?
I was hoping...
I mean, there has to be a plan
So
B. 6.5 years, with all due respect. I don't know all the details of your disability or what's going on, but that's an awfully long time to be on disability.
I have enjoyed taking care of my parents. I would love to be
She's been
healthy.
taking art off of the walls.
How is she able to be on disability for so long in your state, as a matter of fact?
They've been facilitating her.
Because my symptoms are so severe and they haven't been able to treat it. I haven't been able to find it.
Well, you just said you were fine healthy-wise.
I am fine at times, but I have moments where the pain is...
We all have moments where we're tired, don't want to go to work, don't want to do this, are tired of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you seem extremely healthy.
Today I feel good. I feel better today, but I do have moments.
I would have thought you would have brought me a letter from your doctor. Okay.
So
then how does she support herself then? Do you have any idea? Because obviously, I don't know if you guys talk, but how does she support herself?
Well, I have noticed over time that art, jewelry, other items, gold and such, has been going missing.
Really? From where?
From our parents' place.
And what did your parents say?
Well, they have, in some cases, willingly given it to her because she says that she needs the help. But that is essentially to pay, for the mortgage, which
Your Honor, my brother
parents.
only gets involved when it finances are
What have you taken from your parents, Joy?
I haven't taken anything.
Have you ever taken any artwork?
They've given me things. I'm very nostalgic. There's a lot of jewelry and artget that was passed down through our family.
Where's the jewelry and the
It's
artwork?
in the condo. There was some gold that my father gave me that I sold, to get money.
There's a small bit left.
How old are you?
36.
Come on, sweetie. You're 36 years old. You've been on disability for an awfully long time. It's excuse after excuse after excuse. Whether you resent your brother because he went one way and you decided to go the other way, that's the biggest problem with siblings, One always resents the other one because the other one's more successful, when on the contrary, that probably the older sibling doesn't even think anything of it. It's just life. Things happen that way. And you're the one who's preventing the relationship from happening. I mean, you both are, obviously. But, in order for you to figure out, you seem fine. You don't seem like you're having any issues. You seem emotionally okay. You were savvy enough to sue for $25,000. I have a feeling you're just fine and you're going to do just fine. And I actually have a feeling you're extremely resourceful. And that to me tells me whether you're just lazy or whether you just like to leave it easy with no responsibilities, no issues. I don't know. I have a sense that that's what's going on, but obviously that's really none of my business. My business is this lawsuit that you sued your brother for $25,000 based on equity of a condo that did not belong to you, belonged to your parents, and I will deny your claim for $25,000, and good luck to you both. And maybe it's going to take you, Charles, to just get out of that rut too and stop pointing the finger and figure out what you're going to have to do to help your sister out, or at least have a better communication with her, okay? Good luck.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
You're the only brother I have. I wish you would just accept me for who I am and we can get along someday.
Joy, good luck with your life.